Right guys, I'm out today in Leeds looking at some I'm out today with these guys. I'm out with Marty Blackburn, Audit in Yorkshire, CJ and TJ. So we're going to go have a look, see what's kicking off in Leeds. It's Saturday. We've got some steel bands. I like a bit of steeling music. In fact, I really like steel bands. I like it. Well guys, got people with cameras out here, some nice cameras. Hi.
I'm coming round now, I'm going to come lock the bike up.
Guys, welcome to the channel. Outside gallery. There's a bit of gathering today for mass. These are LGBT kind of things. I'm out with CJ, Marty Blackburn's here, Street Hawks here, the Quint Auditors here. He disappeared though, but we'll find him. Oh yeah, Marty's right up there with the Quint Auditor. See him up there. I might go up there shortly. Anyway, so yeah, bit of a mass gathering here. I would imagine that there'll be speakers kicking off, you know, what we're talking about. Seems to be quiet and peaceful, which is good. I mean, if people want to put the point of view over, they want to protest in public, I'm all for that. I might not agree with what the topic or the subject is, but, you know, right to know what they're doing. So guys, we're going to have a little wander around, see what's what. We'll go around back this way. So, like I say, it's a nice sunny day. We've got News Now Yorkshire up there as well, talking to police. There only seems to be 2 police officers here. There's liaison officers, keeping an eye, keeping the peace. People... Absolutely boiling, I've got the hoodie on. It's warm, is it? Top guys these, absolutely top guys. And quite a lot out in support for these people today.
So this is not even here yet, guys. It's going to get busier than this.
Yeah, it probably will do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room for a lot of people.
It's supposed to be in highs of about 18 degrees today.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Let's go.
So I'll be honest, I don't fully know what it is that they're protesting for, but I mean, they've got Tech Chance Kids, Tech Chance Futures, Gender Affirming Care, Save Lives. Okay, fair enough.
I reckon it's only going to be a matter of time, War, before people start crying and we have to hand dummies out.
Yeah, so
hopefully it won't come to that.
I'm here with an open mind.
It's all good for content.
Of course it is. I'm here with a bit of an open mind. I don't understand what they're really here for. Apart from what I've heard this morning, that they're not happy with some of the pronouns and they want it said in another way. Maybe I'm wrong. Talking about protecting trans children. Well, I don't want to get into it. I mean, that's their point of view, but I don't fully understand that. So there's loads of area, loads of space around here. We're going to have a little wander down. Or maybe not. Maybe up on there might be a better. We'll go up on top of here. There was a lady with some children. But this guy, or this person, is filming AY.
What? Joke your stuff later. What a sausage.
Yeah. There's quite a few people congregating. There's CJ. There's a Gwent auditor. There's the photographer that we're talking to earlier.
As always, I'm impartial. Just like I were impartial at the Palestinian protest. I've got absolutely zero problems with anyone.
Oh, there's Marty and News Now Yorkshire and Street Off.
Awful right.
So amongst them all, we're just looking. We're just filming. You know, they've got a point of view to put over. Fine, put a point of view over. You're in public. You want public to acknowledge this. You want public to notice this. So we're here trying to help. Isn't that right? They want this in the public. They want it noticed by the public. So we're here to help.
At the end of the day, Warren, this is what I don't understand. People, they get hurty feelings from us recording. Yeah, what we're doing is we're recording to further it into public domain.
Yeah.
Now, if they don't want the attention, why are they all here? Why have they all got placards and banners?
Yeah.
Right. It's obvious. It's going to attract media attention, and people are going to record it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
And we're helping. We're helping to further their
essentially, we are helping.
Yeah.
To further that message on YouTube.
So we don't expect to be mistreated.
So why people get hurty feelings about it, I've absolutely no idea. So. CJ Audit's down there.
Ah, he is.
Yeah.
And the Gwent auditor.
TGA. Don't you start filming me again, you. I had trouble with you yesterday. Jog on your sausage.
Get a life and all that. Get a job. Get a real job.
Get a real job.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Get a real job. Shame on you. I don't know.
That's me, CJ. Just have a bit of banter between us.
Bit of banter with it, lads.
Warm, too fucking warm.
It is warm, isn't it?
You got YouTube?
Me? No, I'm an alien. Yeah, I don't have anything, me. I'm just a man with a camera.
What's brought you here today?
You've got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I'm going to start one.
You're going to start one. What are you going to call it?
We'll all come here together.
What's it got to do with you?
No, we just turned up, like most people, just for the event.
We have a legal right to be here, that's all you need to know. Huh? No. You want that picture frame?
I will, mate, I will.
So they've asked them to move round, so we've moved out of the way, given the space that they want. It's only fair, isn't it, given the space that they want.
Yeah. We're just here as the independent film.
It's their
We're not here to
audience.
get in anyone's way.
No, it's their audience, so we'll give them what they need. What's strange going off over there? What
Pause that.
are they? Some weird things going on.
Just to let you guys know, we do have placards as well if anyone wants to take any. They're free for anyone.
Just get you.
Did it?
I don't know. That's
Not with studies I've read.
never seen a sign like that before.
No. It's not working, is it?
Eh?
Not working, this blocking thing.
Yeah. Track blockers, aren't they?
Yeah. Especially when CJ's in the middle of it all.
CJ did shit.
I know I don't.
Whoa!
We're not trying to play a game, mate. We're just playing off an umbrella. We need change. Come on, not everything's about you.
It's not affecting us all, it's affecting the thing. Learn what you're talking about, you muppet.
Right, in a lot of different ways, like we can't really engage with that.
We're here from
CJ's making friends with a little doggy.
Any time of the day, any time, like, no friends.
Nice little dog, actually. Looks cute.
What are you trying to block this trail for?
Just to let you
They
guys
can
know,
keep
we've
trying,
got
I'll just keep
some
moving.
people
They're going to be
available.
dancing all day with me.
We've got like the free posters, we also have first
Not blocking now, are they? Oh, come on, no hand gestures like that. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but it was so funny. They're not blocking me up here, are they?
No, funny that.
Well, they started a losing battle.
That angel guy, street angel guy, basically went up and said, "Look,
Okay, hello.
we're entitled to it, allowed to film."
Yeah.
We're going to start now and take this week so, just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who's come today. A special shout out to everyone who has spent time and effort over the past few weeks organising this event with me. You're all stars and we couldn't have made this happen without you. Firstly, I just wanted to state that we have previously reached out to members of the LGBTQ Labour Committee and they have made no efforts to respond to the transphobia within the Labour Party. Yeah, I know, right. Wes Streeting identifies as a gay man, yet he cannot lend his empathy or solidarity with the trans community, as we've seen this week with the recent proposed ban of trans women from women's only boards. He also backs the cast review in full and refuses to back down from this. Labour is fueling the flames for the current culture war against transgender people in the UK by refusing to call transphobia out and by actively participating in future actions to potentially strip our rights. We can evidently see that this party is not representative of trans people. I would urge everyone, whether trans or ally, to vote Green or Independent in the next general election. So, on Tuesday, new guidelines were released by the Royal College of General Practitioners, which suggests GPs should not have authority to make certain changes for their trans patients. The advice suggests that GPs should not be able to prescribe bridging hormones to trans people who are waiting to be seen by a gender identity clinic, and that GPs are not informed enough to make decisions on changing hormone doses for trans people based off blood test results if they don't feel confident to do so. This is a direct effect of the CAS review, as the Royal College of General Practitioners has used the CAS review to come up with these new guidelines. While I understand that this is only guidance, I can also confidently say that many trans people have had battles with transphobic GPs up and down the country concerning their hormones. This new guidance only serves to give such GPs more reason to refuse treatment with trans patients, and unfortunately, this will lead to an increase in young trans suicide across the UK. Additionally, the Good Law Project has advised that new NHS document received, in which NHS England are asking mental health providers for young trans and non-binary children to instruct mental health assessments of their patients by the 30th of June 2024. After the assessment, the children will be asked to stop gender-affirming care, or they may be subjected to safeguarding referrals, essentially forcing them into medically detransitioning. It also advises that if trans children under 18 are found to be using unregulated and overseas gender-affirming care, they will also be advised to stop, or else they'll be subjected to safeguarding referrals. This is absolutely unacceptable, and we need to make noise on this. Our young trans future generations are in danger, and we must campaign to stop this, as this is again a direct result of the CAS review. The CAS review in itself is extremely biased and based on unscientific evidence, and has been supported by many known anti-trans organisations and trans exclusionary radical feminists, including J.K. Rowling, Sex Matters, Maya Forster, Kemi Badenoch and more. On Thursday, the Minister of Women and Equalities is seeking examples of policy or guidance in which public bodies wrongly suggest that people have illegal access to single-sex spaces and services according to their self-identified gender. This means that Kemi Badenoch is single-handedly running a campaign to try and further ban trans people from single-sex spaces, in particular trans women. This is abhorrent, and we must oppose this action. This is in complete violation of the 2010 Equality Act, and we can see that the likes of Kemi Badenoch are trying to twist the current legislation we have in place to fuel her own personal vendetta against trans people. So-called feminists are claiming their rights are being taken away from them, yet we can clearly see that only people whose rights are being infringed on are those of the transgender community. We can blame the likes of therapy. This means they would have only accepted studies in which there would have been a group of young trans people that were not given hormones alongside a group of young trans people that were given hormones. This practice is generally inhumane and would have caused significant mental distress to the trans people who were not given life-saving hormones. Not only would this have caused distress, it would never have made it past an ethics committee as a result. I believe that the reason they stated the guidelines in such a way is so they could easily reject the multiple studies that showed that gender-affirming care is life-saving in favour of their own transphobic agenda. The report was independent, but we can clearly see that this report was heavily biased. There is one part of the report that states that young boys play with trucks and that young girls play with dolls. How on earth are we meant to take any of this pseudoscience seriously when we know for a fact that life simply does not work this way? It is another example of enforcing traditional and outdated gender roles, and I honestly cannot understand how anyone can take this report so seriously. It is completely unserious, and we should not be using such a mockery of a review to decide whether trans people deserve to exist or not. Cass further stated that we should be careful with how we approach transgender healthcare, and she recommends in her report healthcare. TIRES chair Kat Horton was also invited to participate on the Cass review, and this is her comment. I was invited to consult with the Cass review. After full discussions, it was obvious that the review...
I'm dead opposite you if you look where trees are.
She totally discounted evidence from trans people on the basis of knowledge or lived experience. Additionally, therapists against conversion therapy transphobic released a statement condemning the Cass review and its association with no conversion therapy supporters. Neurodivergent academic Abs Ashley critiques the insidious...
Moving it curbside, Kev. Moving it curbside. Net trees under second tree. Just keeping an eye on all you lot, making sure no one's going to foul you up.
Finally, the Trans Safety Network has also expressed disdain for the trans abuse finding and has also condemned the Royal College of General Practitioners' recent advice. The reason why I'm stood up here today speaking is because I know for a fact gender-affirming care does save lives. In 2019, I was so lost knowing that I was on a long-winded waiting list to be seen by Leeds Gender Identity Services. I was a bit stumped on what to do, so I started researching online and endocrinologist called Dr. Hammond in Harrogate Hospital. I met up with him in spring 2019 and he made recommendations based on our conversations, and I was so lucky to be put on a bridging prescription of hormones at the time. If this didn't happen, I would not be where I am today. This was a life-changing step for me. It helped me to become the woman that I am today. That the community supports me, and we all love them. I love my parents and friends.
Look, this new lady's getting a little bit upset and complaining.
Trying to remove us from existence. Even before the past US system was not the best, everyone supported creating a better system in which our healthcare is taken seriously and given the utmost care to ensure trans people.
I think she's just getting it explained so that we're allowed as much as anybody.
Go out there and talk about the injustices you have witnessed today. Speak to your friends, your family, your co-workers. I need you all to write to your local MPs and encourage you to research and do about it.
Trans liberation is global. From Singapore, where trans people are being locked up in jails, to Kenya, where bills being funded by the USA are passed, to the USA itself, which has its own battles about trans children and their right to live a life that they choose. But although we are alienated, although they try to tell us that our voices don't matter, our stories don't matter, that even though the science backs us up completely, we don't matter, we have never backed down. Our community may go small, but it is strong, and we have stood together before. We have stood by against policing, against alienation, against everything that has come for us before. will always survive it again. The Cash Review wants to make sure trans kids don't turn into adults. But I'm standing here and I'm a trans kid who turned into an adult. So I'm saying we are not going to be a fire. We are not going to sit here as they take away our rights and ignore our voices. And we are not going to let them target the most vulnerable of our community, the kids.
She's gone over to complain to her,
We'll grow up to become trans elders.
to ask her to come over and write something down. What? Looks like she's gone over to complain and ask her to come and write something down.
I'll do it, it doesn't matter.
No. I've zoomed in on what she's written anyway.
Hey up, hey up, hey up, hey up, hey up.
So, how are we all doing today?
Well, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. That's what we're not here for that.
You are not one.
Wonderful, brave people. Here today. Crucial moment in our fight for freedom against the threat of further marginalisation and repression, the threat at the hands of those who wish to silence our voice, our right to exist, and the very idea of freedom itself. This rally is not only for us here today, but for the young people nationwide and for generations to come. I applaud you all and thank you for being here today with my whole heart. I speak today from my experiences not only as a trans person, but as an individual working within further education, working with trans youth. Seeing the imminent harm the Cash Review will cause to the students and young people across the UK, I feel it is my duty to use my voice to give them a voice.
Watching everybody's, mate, don't worry.
Those most marginalised, affected and heard. To briefly summarise and to not retread ground that speakers have covered before me, the Cash Review undertaken by Hilary Cass in 2020, as commissioned by NHS England to review trans-related healthcare for under 18s. The recently published final review, however, is deeply concerning in a variety of factors regarding flawed methodology, discounting of key evidence, unacceptable bias, purposely excluding trans voices, advocation of conversion therapy, notable dubious political ties, and scientifically unsupported outcomes. This has led many well-versed medical professionals, psychiatric and therapeutic associations, academics and educational institutes, as well as the lived experiences of trans people, to not only find the Cash Review faulty, but with the capacity to cause great deals of harm and trauma to trans youth, and to be rightfully condemned. Denying the bodily autonomy, the right to self-determination of those most marginalised, those very much targeted by this review in its seething display of anti-trans rhetoric. To state frankly and transparently, recommendations from the review suggest the following: a complete ban on NHS access to puberty blockers,
Just remember, yeah, when
for cis and trans youth alike, the legitimisation of conversion
engage with them.
intrusive and abusive
Down.
assessment
Public order is very
regarding
fine
trans
line here, you know,
identity,
so just
an immediate removal of
yeah, I think your accent comes off more
to
aggressive.
adult health clinics, clinical control over social
say what you want, but
transition,
just keep your tone low, you
restrictions
know what I
on
mean?
private
And then
health
basically say what you
care,
want.
and to forbid
Your tone
trans
low, and obviously don't use any
neurodiverse people
insulting
with
words.
autism
Just so we stay on the right side. Last thing I'd want to see is cuss going on you, bro, that's all.
Through its campaign,
We're not here for trouble, we're just here to observe us.
and especially access to life-saving health.
Yeah,
In an attempt to medically legislate trans existence out of time and
Try to pay me
out
the big bucks.
by targeting and worsening access to gender-affirming healthcare for people under the age of 25 in the UK, dressed up in the guise of reasonableness and duty of care. We must speak out and raise awareness for the incredibly damaging conclusions this review proposes. So as we speak today, in the here and now, the Royal College of General Practitioners has proposed new guidance in line with the Cass Review to attempt to avert GPs from prescribing breaching hormones or actioning dose changes as indicated by blood monitoring. meaning the restriction of life-saving gender-affirming healthcare and the denial of the needs of our existence. Yet legislation championed by both Conservative and Labour governments generating further apathy and distrust to the very systems that lead, and a denial of the potential for a bright and fulfilling life to those that would suffer under the implementation of this guidance. The reality of coming to terms with one's transness, not only with the feelings of otherness as a trans woman, and to have those feelings supported and affirmed, to have my needs met and encourage my academic growth in spite of the alien changes of your body continue. Yet you know who you are, who you want to be. After years of internal, agonizing introspection of one's gender, and yet we are powerless to halt this alien metamorphosis of your own body. For you as a youth do not have the financial power to seek treatment to aid your woes, and not given the luxury of urgency to halt these changes, that you may inhabit a body in line with your being. Time passes, years pass, your body changing each day in a way that does not feel right, reaching a point on your 18th birthday where your progress is set back to square one, to be transferred to the adult clinic and have your painstaking wait yield nothing. Bodily horror and a complete lack of power to enact change is an unfortunate reality for a vast majority of trans youth. And so with these lived realities of trans youth, these challenges they face, they take their step into education to follow their passions of a better life, not only academically or for vocational potential, but for socialization. The ability to have a space where they can make friends, talk about their interests, have fun with their peers, and engage with their passions in spite of the hardship. In acknowledging these hardships, the role of the educator in supporting trans students is not only to recognise their identity, but to champion their diversity within the classroom, to afford them the basic respect they deserve of their name, of their gender, and the material facilities in which they inhabit. Every day I walk into work greeted by the radiating joy from the trans students I teach, that within the space of the campus they are equals with their peers, that they have a voice, the ability to succeed and spend time with the friends